definitely a lot of BoxyCharm. This is 618. Hello, hi replay. I am inviting people, so give me one moment for that. I have so much BoxyCharm. It's a lot. It's a lot of BoxyCharm today. Let's see. Click here, here. Attach. We are live. No chat yet. Attach. Sometimes it takes a minute. Or my chat isn't working. It says I have 5 viewers. Also, I don't know if I'm like in the best angle because I feel like it's giving way too much space here. And I might have to change where my camera is. Live. Okay. Save. Now it says 10. Hi, Laura. Okay, that means chat is working. And now we do all the links on Instagram. Paste it here. There we go. Okay. Hi, Christina. Hi, Paula. I am back, and we have a video tomorrow, too. I feel so productive. Just kidding. I was editing it earlier, so if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen some of my editing stuff. Oh, hold on. A friend just asked me a question that the answer is important, so I have to send it real quick. How is everyone doing this Friday? Let's see if I can find it on my app. Shoot, I don't even know where to find it. Click my name. Account activity. So I have a hotel reservation that my friend needs information for, but I don't know how to find. Oh, trips. There we go. She needs to look up the hotel. Hi, I boop your nose. I missed the Friday live. I hope you are well. It's a lot of BoxyCharm. This is how long it's been since we've been live, because I'm pretty sure the last time I opened BoxyCharm, we were live. Let me send her this photo. Okay, there. I answered her question. Now I can put that down. Let me fix this lighting too. I feel like it needs to be a little bit closer, maybe. Is that better? Because we're getting some light from the side here, but I have missed Friday lives too, but I'm not gonna lie, I have been traveling and having a lot of fun traveling. Was I traveling every single time? Yeah, so I went to, look at my calendar. I went to, did we go live on the 17th? It was my puppy's birthday that weekend. I was actually here. So I got back from Europe. Then on the 3rd, I went to San Diego. On the 10th, I was here, but I was just exhausted and jet-lagged. I don't think I went live then. But I should have gone live on the 17th. I don't know why I wouldn't have. I guess I can go check my account and see. And then the weekend after that, what did I do? No, the last time we went live was 2 months ago. So I was here on the 17th and I wasn't tired and nothing. I guess maybe because it was my puppy's birthday. That was their actual birthday. Then I didn't go live. Then the 24th, I went back to San Diego because I wanted to go see Sam Hunt, who is my, one of my favorites for country music. And so I went to the San Diego Fair with my best friend and we saw that. Then last week was 4th of July and 2 of my friends' birthday. So there was only 1 week in June that I could have gone live, and I guess I didn't. I should have. This might be the only week I can go live in July. I'm here on the 22nd for now, but I think I might not stay here. I've been thinking about going to Atlanta to go see another Braves game, but I'm already going in September. So I'm like, can I wait that long? I don't know. I haven't really been to one since April, since opening week. I've been to some here, but I don't know that I want to wait that long without going to another game. So we'll see. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Angie. You have been busy looking forward to my Goldilocks box. Yeah, I also have a lot of packing to do. But I'm missing one item. I'm missing, of course, it's the gold bonus item, which is the same item that was taking a long time last time, too. And most of you are gold, so I don't feel right sending bronze and silver and not sending the gold, especially when some people pay for expedited shipping. I try to send those all at once. So we're waiting for it, but it has shipped, so it's in transit. And then it said the 12th as the original delivery date. But I feel like every single thing so far, when I get like freight shipments like that, will say the date, and then it's 2 days later. So if we get it on the 12th, then I guess boxes will go out on the 13th. Because I'm going to pack them. I'm going to pack everything except that item. And then once I get that item, just put them in, ship them out. And hopefully that's soon. Hopefully there's no delays. But all the other items are here, and tonight I'm going to go and clear my like Goldie Box headquarters, all those bins, and put all the new ones in. And that's always like a really like great day. It's like spring cleaning kind of, when I take out all of the previous season and put all the new season, and then I start making all the mystery boxes from the previous season, and it's just like such a good, like it's such a feel-good day to like reorganize Goldie Box headquarters. So I'm kind of excited for that. Next weekend I'm going to a music festival where I will see one of my favorite like artists, so that's kind of cool. And so we definitely won't have a live next weekend, and hopefully all of Canada and all of 2-day shipping will be out before that weekend. And then the following week, the 18th to the 22nd, we'll just like every day put a ton of boxes. I'm actually going to take some days off work to pack boxes this time, but pretty soon I'm going to hire help because it's getting to be a lot for me. Like it's a lot for me to do it all by myself. And yeah, Goldie Box is coming soon. Let's see. I've been working so hard. You're working so hard on the restocks. I'm trying. I finally got, so Minimo was the eye cream, and I ordered more, but then I ordered another product for a future box because when I order a higher volume, I get a bigger discount. So then I was like, okay, like I've tried a couple other things and maybe we'll use one of these for a future box. So I was going back and forth, like which one am I going to order to get like the best rate? Because I wasn't trying to order 200 more like Minimo eye creams, right? So I had to pick another item to order to keep my rates kind of low. And yeah, that means another Minimo product is coming. Probably not next season because, yeah, probably not next season. I don't want to tell you why, but not next season, but probably winter. Yeah, not fall, but maybe winter. Let's see. That was a great idea. I love that brand. Chris here. Hi, Chris. From Minnesota. I love when you guys say where you're from because they're always from the same pockets. Like I feel like there's a live crew, and the live crew people like live in like 3 pockets, like Canada, for like all the Canadians come to the lives. You guys are like live lovers, I guess. I don't have a spoiler today though. I could, but I'd have to spoil it with a photo because I've ordered stuff for fall already, and 3 things came in, but they're still at the warehouse. They're not at my house. I have a spoiler for something for like way, way in the future. I haven't decided what box I'm going to put it in yet, but it came today, so it is on my desk. But I don't know where it's going to fit in based on that. So the way that I try to do it is make like a certain amount of skincare, a certain amount of makeup, a certain amount of like everything, right? And balancing it. And then I want things to like kind of go together. And then I want them to be kind of seasonal. This thing could fit in almost any box. So I'm trying to decide where I want to put it. But maybe I'll spoil it. But you won't know what box it's going to be, and it's probably not going to be the fall box. I don't know. It could be. Let me look it up really quick. And see if I want to spoil it or not. Live lovers are better than the dead lovers. Yeah, that's true. What else? Hi from PA and Florida. Okay, we will move some of these things out of the way. There's now 20 viewers according to this. I've posted it on Snapchat and on Instagram. So that should be good enough. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not ready to like open them just yet, but I don't know what else we can talk about. I've already talked about my travels. I can talk about my future travels. I have so much more coming up. It's kind of crazy, actually. One of my like best friends, she's you guys helped pick where we're going for her birthday. So she was like, oh, like, I want to go to Atlanta or San Diego, which are literally the two cities that I visit the most often, I would say. Or Sacramento's up there, too. Like, I visit Sacramento a lot because all my friends live up there. But my brother lives near Atlanta. My best friend lives in San Diego, so I go to those cities the most. And then I put it up on Instagram, and you guys voted. And so we're going to go to San Diego and then cross over to Mexico for a little bit because she's never been to Mexico before. So thank you to those that voted for my next adventure. That will be my next adventure after the festival this week. And then August, I'm just going to a baseball game. And then I think I have all of August. Nothing else is. Oh, I'm going to Big Bear in August too. And yeah, September I don't. Oh, September I have Atlanta. There's a lot. And my friend's bachelorette and my friend's camping birthday. Another camping birthday. My friends always camp for their birthday. I don't know why. And a few others on here. Wait. Oh. All True people that got screwed over by All True. Yeah, so now All True's posting that they're sending the boxes, but then the suppliers are saying they never got paid for the items. So it's just like stolen goods. I don't know. It's awful. The whole situation is so awful, especially for a brand that like their mission was like give back and like care about the community, and they're picking brands that give back like with great hearts and like people that care, and then just kind of like taking advantage of them. I don't understand it. I really looked up to that box, but obviously I don't anymore. When I started Goldie Box, I really wanted my box to be cause-based like that and to have brands that care about causes as well and like support smaller businesses that have like big hearts like that. And now I'm just like, I still want all of that, but it's just, I have no respect for a company that like shares so little information. Like I share as much information as I possibly can. Sometimes you don't get information about my box because I don't have it yet, but I share as much information as I possibly can when I have it. Like, oh, okay, this item's delayed or this item's broken or whatever, as soon as I know, and try to figure out a solution. So yeah, but to just like go silent on all of us and then to just come back and be like, oh, we're shipping your boxes, and then to hear the supplier thing and like everything, it's just, I don't know. I'm not okay with that. But we can move on and make this a happier broadcast, although I'm sure there's plenty of people in here that would love to talk about it still. South Dakota, hi! Born in Michigan, but I've lived in many states. I've only ever lived in one state, and I want to live in another state so bad, which is so dumb because I love my state. Like, I love living here. I feel like even if I moved somewhere else, like, I would always come back here. I'm very happy where I am. I think it's funny because, like, a lot of people are like, oh, it's so expensive, though, and, like, I don't know, there's a lot of California haters out there, but it's just unreal. Like, I love nature and I love that I can literally go to the mountains and snowboard and then come down to the beach in the exact same day and surf. Like, I just have everything, and I can't not live near an ocean, because the ocean to me is like my peaceful centering thing. And I feel like on my worst days, I just, doesn't matter what time it is, I've gone in the middle of the night before, I just like go and sit by the ocean and listen to the waves, and it centers me. So I feel like I couldn't ever live away from an ocean. I definitely feel like I could live in Oregon or Washington though, because I feel like they must have the same vibe, you know, like having all the mountains and also having the ocean like right there, but it's be way colder. I also get good weather, so it's kind of hard. I don't know where else I could have this. I've visited a lot of states and I just don't feel like there's anywhere else that I could have this. Because I've been to Florida a lot too, because I really love Disney and I've done a lot of cruises out of there. And like the beaches are great and they're warm and everything, but like there's no mountains in Florida. Like there just isn't any mountains. It's flat. I need the mountains too. Let's see. Yes, Chris, I was talking about that ultra situation. That'll be a fun trip. San Diego, Mexico. Yeah, so she said either Atlanta or San Diego. And like obviously I love both those cities so much. It was hard for me to decide for her. So she was like, "Oh, you pick one. Like, we'll go here or here." And then I'm like, first off, it's hard for me to make a decision, period, just because of my personality. Like I get anxiety to make decisions, and I weigh pros and cons for so long that it's like by the time I make the decision, I'm not very quick at making those types of decisions, especially when they're for me. If I'm giving someone else advice, if they're like, "Oh, like should I eat this or that?" Like it's easier than when I'm making the choice myself, like I'm going to go there or I'm going to eat it. Like I start to go back and forth on the pros and cons even more. And I have no idea why I do that, but it takes me forever to decide. So when she told me to decide, I was like, we're going to let Instagram decide this. We're not deciding this. I can barely decide what outfit to put on in the morning. When are you coming to Minnesota? When are we doing the Twins game? I don't know. You guys tell me. I have some weekends available. I have September 9th weekend. I have September 30th. I have August 26th and August 12th. I don't remember when the All-Star game is, though. I think that's going to be the September 26th week, right? I don't know. I don't know when the All-Star break is, but it's somewhere in there. Or no, August. August. It's in August. Lake Michigan is my happy place. I love Cosbox, but no more. I miss jewelry in your summer box, but I'm sure you will have some in future boxes. So the reason I didn't have it is because I get leftovers of certain things, and like it seems like you guys pick, and it could just be like that's just not your style, that's just not your, like, you know, whatever it was for that particular one. But like for example, the inside out heart earrings, I ended up having a lot of those left over. What else? There's a few things where like I always end up having a lot extra, and then when I have the extra, like it's fine because it goes into the mystery boxes later. Like I had a bunch of the table runners left over from the last spring box, so I can't put more table runners or put that type of item as often. Candles always sell out, so I'm like, I'm gonna keep putting candles in the box. You guys love candles, you always pick the candles. I'm just hunting for good candles all the time, but like those, they go. What else goes? Makeup doesn't really go either, and I think because we have all these makeup boxes, so that was another reason I didn't really put makeup in this box. I don't think. I don't even remember what's in my box. But I think I didn't put makeup in it. So I'm trying to do some things now where I alternate every season. Instead of having like for sure a makeup item every box, I could do a makeup item every other box. And then on the other ones, I could do jewelry like every other box or something. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It might end up not going well, and then I'll have to switch back. But before I was trying to do the exact amount, like 4 skincare, 2 body care, 1 family friendly, like at least 1 makeup. Sometimes I did 2 makeup and cosmetics. Did we not have makeup last time? Oh, we had the setting spray. We had the setting spray last box. I don't think I did it this box. Anyway. Oh, man. North Carolina, huh? I do like North Carolina, actually. I've visited that state a lot. So I do like that state. Let's see. But I like California better. Interesting. We also have, like, there's other things that I love about California. But I've only ever lived here. So it's so hard for me to compare it to anything else. But when I go to law school, I'm going to say when, not if. When I go to law school, I would like to go in a different state. Even though I would probably need to pass the bar in California, obviously, because I want to work in California. Like, I feel like I'm okay with passing it. I would probably want to be bi-coastal anyways, because the type of law I want to do is mergers and acquisitions and, like, hostile takeovers and stuff like that. So I feel like I would want to be bi-coastal either way. So why not pass the bar twice? I don't know. I heard it's not easy to pass, but I could do it. But I feel like maybe when I go to law school, I'll go on the East Coast. But who knows? I'll go to the best school I can get into. I think we should do a Saints game instead of the Twins game. Well, one of the things is that I'm trying to see. I have to look at schedules and stuff. We'll see. There's a lot of baseball games, though, so it makes it easier to, like, go to a baseball game because it seems like there's always a baseball game. It's, like, such a long season. What else do we have? Hi, Patricia. I love the hoop earrings. They were awesome. The halos, I love the halos too. That was a great brand, actually. And she reached out to me. She found me when she heard about Goldie Box. Yes, love candles. I know. The candles, like, I just restocked the candle, by the way. The summer candle. The Wooden Wick, Sun-Kissed, very citrus summer candle. One of my favorite candles. These are the newest ones up here. Just restocked, so if you were waiting for that restock... Wait, why is this one already open? I might have done a video already with this. No. So I actually filmed videos before I went to Europe. I didn't tell you guys this, but I filmed like 6 videos. And I thought, oh, I'll edit them and then I'll post them. Like, you know, I'll space them out and post them. But I was having so much fun in Europe that I wasn't going to edit videos. Like, I thought I was going to edit videos. I even had one, like, spoiler video, and then I ended up changing the video. Because I wanted to change which items were the Gold Bear, like, options. They do back massages? What? Wait, how are Saints games twin games? Well, let me know. But I need to go to every ballpark in the U.S. Well, every Major League Baseball ballpark in the U.S. So if it's in a Major League Baseball park, I'm down. I want back massages, though. Okay. Anyway, I filmed all these videos, and I thought I was going to edit them, and then I didn't. So they're on my computer, and then now it's like they're so late. Because at that point, I was so excited. In one of the videos, I'm like, I got this box yesterday, and I'm actually filming it. I filmed like 6 videos in 1 week before I left. Then I left, and not a single video got edited. So, actually one did, because it was the Heaven Panty subscription. It was the first Heaven Panty one, and I'm about to do the second one. The tortoise pattern resin hoops. Oh yeah, I loved those too. I still have some of those. I thought I was out, but then I found like a little bag with 6 of them in it. I have a cousin in Texas that makes and sells bath products made out of goat's milk. Oh, that's cool. So it is tough because I am not vegan when it comes to products for Goldie Box, but a lot of you guys ask me if items are vegan whenever I share them. So it makes me feel like you want them to be vegan. So I'm trying to be careful to not have too many that aren't, even though I'll use things that have honey in it. So, but I'm trying to find most things to be vegan now. And then if there's something that I'm just like, I love this and I have to have it in my box, then it's fine if it's not vegan, because I'm like, I love it though, you know. But there's a lot of you, I think, that want vegan products in addition to cruelty-free. My things have to be cruelty-free, and then I want like a primarily plant-based skincare like lifestyle, but I'm not vegan. I just buy vegan groceries. I'm flexitarian, which I say all the time. Hi, Steph! Well, let me open this, because we might be able to add some more of these to our giveaway, which, by the way, I explain this in my video tomorrow, but in case you're not watching it tomorrow, I had a giveaway on my last live 2 months ago. That's how long ago it was, maybe even longer. And I selected 3 winners from the chat, and then from the comments, I was going to select a 4th winner, which we can do tonight. I'll just go into the comments and I'll pick it. So I emailed the first person, because I said, email me and then I'll send you photos of the items you could choose from, and we'll make like a little box. So I'll still keep those same photos. They had like makeup palettes, but I might add some of these things in with them, with whatever they pick. But the person never responded to my email. So then I just forgot about it, because I'm busy and I don't think, like, running giveaways are so hard, especially when there's like communication back and forth. Besides, like, it's different when it's just a random box and all I have to do is print a shipping label. And even then, you can ask the person, I don't know if she's in here, the person who won my BoxyCharm. Remember I had like an extra BoxyLux one time and I said, I'm just going to give away the whole thing. It took like 2 months for me to ship it to her. So just tracking that is so difficult and so much work, and I'm doing so many other things that it just slipped my mind about that giveaway, because that person never responded, and then that was going to trigger for me to send it to the next person. So obviously I never did. So if you're person 2 or 3, don't worry, you're still going to get the email, but I'm going to re-email that person after tomorrow's video drops, because I talk about this also in that video, and I'm like, hey, check your email. So I'm going to wait, and then after that video's live, I'm going to send the email, and then I'm going to give them 1 week from tomorrow. So they have 1 week from tomorrow to figure out what items to choose, or else it's going to move on to person number 2. And I don't remember who they were, but I wrote them down somewhere, so I'll find it. And you guys also emailed me. So, yeah. The giveaway will go on. It's just going to take months for it to get shipped out. I don't know. What month is this for? It looks like it's May 2022. Super Bloom. So this is super old. Maybe I did do this one. I don't feel like it though. Lemon Lime Lip Duo. Vegan for Me plays. Like to connect with her for one of your boxes. Yeah, so send me an email, or have her send me an email, info@goldiebox.com. Of course, if you guys know someone, yes. If you know someone like a small business, I do want to try the product for a while first. So most of the time when you guys like things in Goldie Box, it's something that I've already owned before or used before. So even if I don't have it anymore, like, trying to think of an example. So like the Gerard cosmetic spray, I've used that spray before. It wasn't the mini bottle, but I've had like that setting spray before. And so when it came time for me to decide whether or not I wanted what I wanted for my box, I reached out to that brand because I know that I like that setting spray. So that's kind of how items get introduced, is for now, is items that I've used regularly in the past, especially skincare or body care, anything like that. Or I got it in a previous box. Like Bali Bombs were bombs that I got in my BoxyCharm like 2 years ago, and then it became my favorite lip balm. Before that, and then I contacted him, the owner, and said, hey, I love your lip balm. It's like my favorite lip balm. I have a subscription box. Like, what can I do to get a wholesale rate? Blah, blah, blah. Like, start that conversation. So a lot of times it's something that I've been using for a while, or even if I used it a long time ago, if I don't have it anymore, it's something that like I know that I used to love. So when it's a new business like this, I would love for them to email me, but like I'm just going to want to buy 1 or 2 of something for a little while and then try it to make sure that it's the quality and like something that I am proud to put in my box. Not saying it isn't, but like I just want to take the time to make sure. I live in North Carolina, but I lived in DC for 18 years and considered that home. Will be moving back as soon as I can. Medical issues that made me have to move closer to my family in North Carolina. So are you saying you don't love North Carolina, or you do love North Carolina too, but you love DC more? I don't even know what, I wouldn't consider the city I live in right now my home. What's weird is I don't think I would consider any city really like my home. Even the city I grew up in, I would probably say that would be the closest one, is the city I grew up in, but I spent not that long there either. Because I moved there, well, I basically moved there in kindergarten or first grade. And then I lived there until I graduated high school. So I did like grow up there. I don't know. I just don't feel like anything really feels like home. I think I was meant to be nomadic. I think that I'm just a nomad. Because I say all the time, like, this is my second home, this is my second home. But I say that like about every city. Like Sacramento is my second home. I go there at least once a month. And then San Diego, I go there at least once a month. More when, like, I think Michelle and I saw each other, like, every week for 1 month. I wasn't in San Diego the whole time, but, like, I go down and stay with her all the time. I rarely go back home. Since I moved away from home, I haven't been back home, like, but a handful of times, like 4 or 5 times. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if that's really home, you know? Not much of a fan. Okay. Probably depends what part, too. Okay, let's open this up. Complex Cultured Highlighter Bronzer. I'm sure you guys don't even care about this stuff because you've already seen it on other channels, but it's just something to open while we talk about other things. So you can chat and ask whatever you would like. No, I must have opened this already because look, my fingerprints are in it. We did this one already. That's good to know. I don't remember doing it. Like, I really don't, but probably in a live when we did like 100 boxes. There's a stippling brush. Yeah, this brush has definitely been in here. Okay, cool. That's good. That means we don't have to do this one. Probably means I don't have to do the other one either that's back there. Just these. These definitely, they were in my unboxing room of items to be unboxed. Does this look like it's open? Oh, this one was never even opened. Okay, just kidding. It was only that box. I think that's the one that I did, that I filmed before, because it's May, and I traveled to Europe in May. So I think that's the one I filmed, and I was like, I just got this today, and then now we're filming it, like, wow. Yeah, so I did it, but you guys didn't see me unbox it. But there's a video of me unboxing it, which maybe I could still post, and just we can laugh at how old it is. I like DC. It's a blend of New York and North Carolina, in my opinion. I'm originally from New York. I love New York too, but haven't lived there in years. I really loved New York as a visitor, but I don't know that I would love it as, like, living there. Who knows? Honestly, I could make anything home. All right, Skin & Co. Truffle Therapy. I do love this brand. Ultra Puro. Pure oil made in Italy. Day and night. Alcohol free. Is it for removing? Massage into skin. No, it's just a facial oil. This is something I would use then. I love that you have an unboxing room. I do. It should be the guest room, but it is not. It is an unboxing room. Yeah, it's just like a serum oil. I need to do a home tour, and I've said this many times, like, that I'm gonna do a home tour, but I haven't finished. I'm creating like a movie room. I haven't finished my movie room. I'm doing like reorganizing the closet and like doing the doors that come out like this and making it like a beauty closet, and I haven't done that yet. I was like gonna buy all these things from IKEA and do that. I haven't done that yet. There's no bed in the guest room. It's just boxes that I get, like BoxyCharm, FabFun, like all the things. These are cute. They have little kisses on them. What do we have? I feel like I've had this brand before. Oh yeah, Larouche Beauty. I feel like that's a common in subscription box brand because I remember this grippy handle and I do like it, except these are pink, but it's fine. Angled shading brush. I haven't been putting shadow on lately, just eyeliner really, which is not normally my style. I lived in the Catskills in upstate New York, not New York City. Beautiful in fall and winter. I miss snow. I would love to live in snow, but then everyone tells me that I wouldn't. This is a contour brush, which is funny because I feel like I would use a flat angled brush like this for contour, but okay. Away these go too. I don't know, I feel like, does everybody love where they live? Maybe I just love California because this is where I live. Does anybody right now hate where they live in the chat? Because I don't know, California is my home. Like, I don't have a home city, but California is my home. But who knows? I could fall in love with something else. Where's all this glitter coming from? I'm covered. Fenty Beauty. Ooh, we got Fenty Beauty. That's pretty cool. This is Wander Beauty Automatic Gel Liner. Nobody hates where they live. Is that what's happening? Ooh, it's a purple color. Oh yeah, that's cool. Love that. I really like graphic liner. Like, I really love playing with eyeliner. Elemis, this is not cruelty free, unfortunately. Everything else so far has been cruelty free. I'm really sad they're not cruelty free anymore. Midnight Facial Superfood. Snow is beautiful as long as you don't have to drive in it. Oh, it smells so good. Normally Elemis smells too strong, but this one smells really good. I'm gonna save this. What else do we have? KVD Beauty. This is vegan. Lip gloss and that's it. It doesn't have a name. Okay. In Camellia. If it's vegan, that means it doesn't have beeswax, but it might still have something else I don't use. I don't use microcrystalline wax. I guess I'll use this. I can't say I hate where I live, but I would rather live many other places. Okay. So it is just, I do just love California then. It's not just that because, you know, like people have like a comfort thing. This color's not going to look good on me. It's kind of like really nude. This might be a color for my sister. Or maybe it would. But it doesn't look bad on my hand. Okay, we'll see. We'll keep it. Ooh, it smells good too. It smells like a vanilla cupcake. Can't wait to see where all this glitter is coming from. That's a shame that Elemis is no longer cruelty free. I know. They made such great stuff that I really loved. Shoveling snow is not much fun either. So the top of this is covered in glitter and it's getting everywhere. And it is the Diamond Bomb. In how many carats? Goodness. I can't keep this box. I love glitter. Love glitter. Like, cover everything in glitter. This is so pretty. But it's really messy. And I love a clean house too. Wow! Oh my gosh, that's so much glitter. This will look so good on my eyes. I'm taking this. I'm going to a music festival this weekend. I'm taking this with me. That will be really fun. Okay, I think we got everything out of here. All that's left is boxes. We're going right through. This is, can you guys see this glitter? I mean, I'm sure you guys, some of you already have this, but depends on what happens in November. I'm currently living in a small town in North Carolina. Too much of a shock from Arlington, Virginia, DC metro area. Hate where I'm currently living, just not me. Miss the metro, public transit, and everything. See, I live in a big city, but the town I grew up in was really small, and it was even smaller when I grew up in it. Now it's like they've got lots of homes, and like before it was like farms and orange groves and strawberry fields. Like I lived next to like a dairy. So yeah, you took like a bus. There was like a bus I took to school for a while too. Like when I first moved there in kindergarten, like that we drove like a far way to get to school. Like school's not just like down the road. Now my parents live across the street from a school. And like there's 4 high schools and like 2 malls or maybe 3 malls now. I don't even know. But before it was just like Main Street, and yeah, like there wasn't anything to do when I was growing up, and like everything was like farmlands and stuff like that. And then I moved when I went to college. That's a really small town too. It's like it's close to a beach town, but the actual town is a really small town. And pretty much like the whole town is just the college. So this is the first time that I've lived like in a city near a major airport. Like anytime I went to an airport before, I had to drive like 30 minutes to an hour to get to the airport. Even longer when I was in college. Like there wasn't even an airport an hour away from me. Well, there was a small one, but like not one that gets you any place like that you need to go, you know. And here I have like 3 airports, like, or 4 airports. I have 5 if you count Ontario. I have 5 like within less than an hour drive from me. That's so weird. Originally from LA and then moved back once. I lived there, but so expensive. But I find people either love or hate LA. I also love the ocean and really miss not living near the ocean. Yeah, that is my thing, is that I don't think that I could give that up. Like, there's randomly, the other night, I think it was when my dog died, or the day after my dog died, I was just like emotionally a wreck. Like, obviously, why wouldn't I be? And it was like the sun was like just about to set, and I drove 10 minutes and I sat by the pier, and it was freezing, but I didn't care because it was just like, I just felt better. I just felt better being there. And there's no other place on this planet that makes me feel that way. Like that just can like help me get out of my own head. You know what I mean? And just like, I feel like the ocean makes you feel so small because it's so big that it helps you put yourself into perspective, kind of. Like there's bigger things happening than this thing that you're so like wrapped up in. Like, I don't know. There's something about it that just like centers me and just makes me feel almost like instantly better. Hiking does the same thing. Like I'm going hiking tomorrow with some friends, and if I had a bad week, the second I'm hiking, I'm like happy and like I can like feel the endorphins. Like literally I take like 5 steps up the mountain or whatever little thing we're hiking it, and I just feel all the endorphins rushing in. Like, I don't know. That's why I have to have both, the ocean and a mountain. I can't just have the ocean. Like I need both. One, it calms me, and one, like, I don't even know what the right word is for what hiking does for me. It gets me high. Like, I don't even know what else to call it. But yeah, one of it gives me like energy and like excitement and just like makes everything just feel like, yeah. And then one like calms me down and like centers me and makes me feel like at peace. And I don't think I could give up either. Last time that I remember being on, you open a mystery bundle from FabFitFun or from Cosbox, and I had those cool solar light. Yes, I am taking that camping. I actually set it aside, so it might not be in this room, but I pulled it aside. It's the solar light that it was Brio Box, actually. I'm pretty sure. I miss being 10 minutes from DCA. Wow, that's so cool, close to so many airports. You seem very at home on the ocean in all your IG posts. I can't see you not living near a beach. I know. I go so much, and in the summer especially. Also because the weather's so good here, like it could be spring and fall and still be hot enough to go to the beach. And so, in other words, your boxes, you consider your guests more prevalent than a human being. That's true. My boxes are my guests. Hopefully I won't have this many boxes soon. I don't know. I'm getting 3 BoxyCharm boxes, and I'm not even unboxing them all. So, like, I need to quit some of them. Another LMS product, so again, not cruelty-free, Superfood Matcha Eye Dew. I do like matcha on my eyes, though. Matcha, kiwi, and melon. Kiwi's good for your eyes, too. Kiwi's a good brightener, if you're not allergic. Oh, man. More LMS, though. It's like such a bummer, because their stuff, whatever their products say they do, it actually does. Like, if it says it tightens, it tightens. If it says it moisturizes, it moisturizes. It's just such a bummer because I care so much that something's cruelty-free. Ooh, we have a Hyaluronic Acid Rejuvenating Serum from Studio Makeup. And if you know anything, I mean, if you haven't been here in a while, you probably don't remember this about me, but I am obsessed with what type of hyaluronic acid is it. So we're going to look up the ingredients really quick. If it has them. Oh, water. Sodium hyaluronate. So that's my favorite. And then it has phenoxyethanol. It has some, like, preservative stuff. So we are happy about this. Is this cruelty-free? They say they are. That doesn't mean they are. But their packaging says they are. Some of the packaging from other products that I know are not cruelty-free say it, so I never take that for their word. Usually I do, like, a search for somebody that investigates it, but not on live videos because we don't have time. Okay. I think Lake Michigan is just as impressive as the ocean. I have never seen Lake Michigan, so I cannot say that it isn't. And it might be. But I don't know. I'll have to take your word for it until I see it myself. I love hiking and mountains too. I love the ocean, and you summed up how I feel. I live in Florida, but I feel the same. Perfect. Yeah, I think some people are just ocean people. Like, we just can't, we can't live without it. Okay, I've had this liner before. I actually don't like this liner, so I'm not sure why I just opened it. It's from Luna. It says Luna Liner from Seraphine Botanicals. It just doesn't last very long for me. It says water resistant, but I feel like I'm always reapplying when I use this one, so it's not my favorite. But I just opened it, so I can't even put it in my giveaway. But I don't know that I want to give away something that I don't love, that I don't like. Like, oh, I just don't like it. I need water and mountains. I understand. It is nice. I was talking to my friends because we were at the lake this weekend, or last weekend, for 4th of July. One of my friends is born July 2nd, and the other is born July 4th, and so they have this joint, like, yearly camping trip that they do. And that's what we were doing. And I asked, like, oh, do you like the lake more or the beach more? And most of the people were saying lake, and we were at the lake, so I'm like, maybe that's like I don't know. Maybe that's why we were there, right? So, like, maybe they were just saying it because we were there. But, like, all of them said they prefer the lake to the beach, and I'm like, I don't think I prefer the lake to the beach. I definitely prefer the beach. But I know there's lake people. And I don't dislike the lake. I think it's beautiful. Okay, I am, like, almost 100% positive that I already own this Desert Sunset palette. So we will save this for the giveaway. Should I show it anyway? I should open it, huh? I'm, like, 100% positive I have this. It just, I actually think that I thought of even giving away the other one. Did I open this box already? There's no way. None of that was open. But this is what it looks like inside. Also, it's a lot of browns. There's a lot of good shimmers in here, but it's also a lot of browns, and that's not my thing. If I'm going to put eye makeup on, it's not going to be brown. But we'll save this, and we'll add this to the options in the giveaway. I love those Real Box lights you did in your unboxing. I found them on Amazon. Oh, yay! I haven't used them yet. I want to send my sister the Goldie box for her birthday. Will the eye cream restock, or should I go ahead without it? It is restocking. I just don't know when. So I don't like to say that it's restocked until I get the shipping notice, because, or else you might have to wait for your box for forever. I don't know when they're going to ship it. And I've paid for it, so I know it's coming. but some of these brands take a long time to ship stuff to me, and I asked for an ETA like 2 days ago and they didn't respond. So this is from The Perfect Duel Flirtatious Looks Cosmetics. Never heard of them, but I do like how this feels. It's a nice sponge feel. Buildable coverage, precision, quick beat versus mini base. Okay. Wash, squeeze, beat. I love beauty blenders, so I'm always down to find more. Put that over. That's another thing the DC Metro had, was great places to hike not far away. I prefer beach to lake. Same. Ocean over lake any day, no contest, although Great Lakes are arguable as they have sand and waves. I didn't even know that. The waves definitely makes a difference. Like, the sound of the waves is just something else. I have an itch right here. I'll use my beauty blender to itch the inner corner of my nose. Lakes are nice every now and then. I don't dislike the lake. I just am like, I was shocked that so many people were choosing the lake over the ocean. Let's open this one. We'll see if we can find more things to give away. I don't know why, because to me it seems like such an easy decision. And I'm like, how could this many people have said lake? But I also didn't grow up going to the lake. And I did grow up going to the beach. This is a Luxe box. I'm so behind. When was the last Luxe month? I guess I can check on here. June. Oh, this was yeah, I definitely didn't do any of my June ones because I was not in the country the whole time. Ooh, NARS, not cruelty free, but it's called Hot Kiss. Actually, I'm going to save this because even though it's not cruelty free, I think I'll save this for also the giveaway. Because I don't really like using lip products that have like silicones or beeswax or anything like that, and that's something I'm just picky about, but most people aren't. So, Sheer Blush from Iconic London. This is cruelty free. Where's the color? Rose Riot. That's a cute name. I like asking people that question, lake or beach. I guess it must say something about the person, but I expect the answer to be beach. Oh, wow. Okay, this came out way too much. Way too much. I'll use this brush that I'm definitely not supposed to be using for blush. That's a pretty color. It's not really like my color. I like to have a little bit of orange in mine, but this one's more like very pinky, rosy, as it suggests by being called Rose Riot. Only water I've seen that is prettier was on a cruise to Honduras and Mexico. So, okay, here's the thing. I get over a week off for Christmas every year because I work for a university, and they just give us a week paid, basically. Well, it's like holiday. They give us like holiday pay, but we still get paid for a whole week off. And my family doesn't celebrate Christmas. And so I used to go to my ex's family's house for Christmas, but obviously now the person's my ex, so I don't go there anymore. Then I went to my grandpa's for Christmas once, and my grandpa kind of like, I don't think he has Alzheimer's. I don't know. Dementia? I don't know. But he like didn't recognize me, and so then I was like really depressed when I left. He ended up realizing who I was at some point, but like most of the time that I was there, he didn't really know who I was. So that was like really sad for me. And then I didn't ask to eat because I came like kind of late, so I didn't eat dinner with my family. I think I've told this story before, maybe not on live, but I didn't eat with my grandparents or anything. I didn't ask them when I got there because they were already like moved on to like the next thing, like after dinner. And so I just had like a horrible Christmas. Like, it was awful because I was starving. I left. I went to McDonald's after because it was the only thing that was open. And then like I was upset that my grandpa like can barely remember me now, and like felt like I like missed all this opportunity to hang out with him, and like when he did remember me, you know what I mean? Like, he still knows who I am, but it's just like it takes so long that the conversation's not really the same as it was before. So it was like a really hard day to realize that. And then I was driving through McDonald's like crying, and the guy's like, oh yeah, like how can I help you? And I was like, I don't want to be alone on Christmas. And I'm like bawling. So last Christmas, my friend, like one of my best friends from high school, his family always used to take me to Christmas because he was also like a boyfriend in high school. So at that point, they took me just to like, oh, come spend Christmas with us. And then I kind of like was adopted into the family, and now he's like my brother. He's not really, like, high school relationships aren't real relationships, let's just be honest. So his family like kind of adopted me, and it like is my family. Like I consider his mom like my second mom. And so they invited me last year to their Christmas, which was really, really nice. But I am just like always scared to experience like that lonely feeling on the holidays again. This is a really long, I'm just like gonna ask for advice about something else, but like this is like a long, I'm giving you the whole process. So I thought this year, maybe I should plan like an international solo trip, right? And I've traveled alone before, so I feel comfortable traveling alone. But I've never been to South America. And South America, because it's below the equator, is warm during the holidays. So I feel like that would be perfect too, right? Like I could spend time on the beach or do whatever. But then everyone is telling me there's a lot of unsafe places, obviously, in South America that like I need to be really careful what I choose. So my question is, for any of you that have solo traveled or even not solo traveled, is there any country that you think you would feel safe in South America traveling alone? That's my question. Long story short, because I am going to be alone, and I don't want like those like crazy lonely feelings, and I feel like while I'm traveling I won't feel them, you know? And I could stay in like hostels or things like that too and like make friends. So I'm comfortable traveling alone. That's not the part that's weird. It's just that like that's already such a sensitive week for me that I definitely want to feel safe where I go, and I don't know where I should go. So that's the advice I need, and I crowdsource information from you guys, and usually you guys are the best. So if anybody has been anywhere where they're like, that's where I would go, you would feel like happy and safe and like not cry the whole week of Christmas, then let me know. But I asked, so my friend, one of my friends, her like ex-boyfriend's dad, I think he's from Honduras, or he maybe just owns property there, but he was going like multiple times a year, and I asked him, and he was like, don't go there, it's not safe. So then I'm like, oh, okay. Don't go to Honduras. That's why it came up, because I saw that comment about Honduras. What else do we have that I missed while I was giving my whole spiel? I feel like I give you guys way too much information, but that's just who I am. Like, I just overshare. I'm an oversharer. Okay, if I'm not in or on the water, I prefer the lake, but to just sit and chill, I prefer the beach. Good point. I guess I like to go in the water, so yeah. Oh, if you're in or on the water, you prefer the lake. Oh, that's interesting. See, I think I prefer ocean water to lake water, because lake water is kind of like dirty. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not going to the best lakes either. I like aqua blue or dark blue water, not green. I've never traveled solo. I have, but usually I meet people after. So like I went to the UK alone, and then I flew from the UK to Croatia and met all my friends in Croatia. So I was in London alone. And then I went to Japan by myself before my friends got there, when I went to Japan. And where else have I traveled alone? Oh, so after Croatia, I went to Finland alone, and that was really nice. Actually, I love Finland. I just didn't spend enough time there. I went to Germany alone for part of going to Germany. I also went to Spain alone before I was studying abroad in Germany, but I stopped in Spain alone. I probably wouldn't do Spain alone again. That didn't feel as safe as I thought it was going to, but at least I knew the language. because that makes it easier. Being alone in a country where you don't know the language is not easy. Is that all I've been alone? I think that's all I've been alone. And I travel in the US alone a lot, but not internationally. Go on a safari. Ooh, that's a good idea. Lake, beaches, that's why they prefer on the lake. Lake what beaches? You are so brave to be able to do that. Oh, really? I don't know. Maybe a big city like Rio. I don't know. Some people are saying like big city would be worse, but then like, would it? A lot of people are saying Costa Rica will feel safe because it's so touristy. And I've never been to Costa Rica. So, I asked my friend too because she went there with her school. But then she said like she would be fine if she would have went alone and not with her school. I would not travel alone personally, but honestly not sure. Thank you. What else do we have? Can't speak to South America, but have spent Christmas on the Caribbean cruise and another year on Bermuda. Both were great for the holidays. A cruise might be good to be alone. Because they, like, head count you. So, like, if something happened to me, I don't know if they would look for me, though. Because you scan your little thing, you know? Let's see. If someone from Honduras says it's not safe, then I would not go there. Yeah, he literally was just like, people are murdered here, like, every day. And I was like, okay. Good to know. And he literally was like, absolutely do not come here. So, we have something from Patrick Ta. What is this? She's expensive. Sounds like something, maybe? Lip shine. Will this have something I don't want, though? I hate when the packaging is so shiny that you can't read the actual actual stuff. It looks like it doesn't, but... Or is that beeswax? I can't tell. Synthetic beeswax. I'm okay with that. It's so pretty. What else do we have? I love your oversharing. Thank you. I used to travel solo, but not there. You do not go to the bathroom alone. Women traveling alone are easy targets. Interesting. Not there meaning where? Honduras? Those of you that like Buzz solar lights and if you were on Fab Fun, they are in the store right now for $19. Solar lights like she got. Oh, thank you. This one smells like citrus. If you can handle cold, you might like European Christmas. Finland is amazing. I just was thinking like I wanted someplace warm. That's why I was choosing South America. Also, I haven't crossed off South America as a continent yet. It's never been. So I feel like this is when I go, right? I don't know. The reason for my oversharing, though, was just because, like, I wanted you to know, like, that I'm in a very, like, emotional place always during that time. During the holidays. And I have been now for years. One year I went on a cruise for Christmas, and that was awesome. Australia and New Zealand are also good Southern Hemisphere options. Traveling either alone or should be fine. The only thing that worries me about that is how long the flight is. This is cute. Purples, glitter. This is like my style. I haven't been to Australia or New Zealand either, so that's definitely an option. And I do feel like people think that's generally safer. It's really pretty. And I feel like I know some people that like live there. So if I had like an emergency, I would have an emergency contact. Whereas I don't know anybody that lives in South America. Like I know people from South America, but I don't know anybody that currently lives there. Anywhere. LMS again. They're really like laying in on the LMS at BoxyCharm. I already read that. Traveling alone just doesn't sound like a good idea. People think that. That's true. Clarifying clay wash. Skin and clearing facial wash. Okay. Not cruelty free still. See, if they didn't like stick to like Dr. Brandt and Elemis and all those brands, we could have cruelty-free boxes because it seems like everything else is cruelty-free. Transport 50 treatment pads. Serum Institute. I don't remember if this is a cruelty-free brand or not. What other languages do you speak? So I don't speak anything fluently, but I speak Spanish, French, Japanese, and Arabic enough that I can read it. Like if I was reading menus, but not like fluent conversation. French and Spanish, I'm the closest to getting to conversation. But it just takes me a while. Like if I hear them, I know everything that's being said to me, but to pronounce them, my pronunciations aren't great, but even my English pronunciations aren't that great. Let's just be honest. And like coming up with the sentences and sentence structure takes me longer. So I can do it, but I'm slow to it. So I don't consider myself fluent. When I speak to my grandpa, though, I speak to him in Spanish. Kind of smells nice for being these treatment pads. I thought they were going to be full of acids. I see the Irwins have a new resort on their zoo in Australia. That would be really cool. Maybe I'll do Australia. I feel like my mom will flip out. I just won't tell her. I'll tell her when I get back. I don't like to tell them. So when I went to Poland for the wedding, I told my dad, my stepdad, but I didn't tell my mom, but eventually he told my mom because my mom freaks out. Like she doesn't hate travel, but she's like, if she knows I'm traveling, she's like constantly like, are you safe? Are you okay? One time she like thought I was in an airport that like, she like just messaged me because I'm always traveling. Like, are you in this airport? Because like there was someone with a gun in an airport somewhere. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, mom, no, I'm like fine. So my mom just like flips out doing mom things. Like that's a very mom, knee-jerk mom reaction. But I like to not tell her about traveling because I feel like then she's going to just stress. And I don't need to be stressing her out. Oh, I need to scroll up because I'm missing some now. Bless you, Angel. I've spent a couple Christmases alone after I left my first husband and my parents had passed away. Anywho, I think a cruise would be safe. A cruise might be nice. And like you have all your food, you have like entertainment. And I've never done a cruise solo, but I really love cruises. Like I've done a lot of cruises and I really love them. So doing a solo cruise might actually be kind of fun. I feel like I make friends really easily. So, I mean, when I have to. When I'm alone, I make friends. If I have my friends, I'm quiet and I'm just like only talking to my friends. Like they're kind of like a crutch. But when I've traveled alone, I've made friends while I was alone. So I feel like I would do that on a cruise too. Let's see. I loved Costa Rica. Went with a study abroad trip and it's beautiful. I've heard good things about Costa Rica. Okay. I would go to Costa Rica alone. See, that's what my other friend said too. She didn't go alone, but she was like, I would go alone. Does a bus in Minnesota we open the land of 10,000 lakes and the lakes come. Oh, the lakes become beaches and you also get waves. That's pretty cool. Central or South America? Hi, Charmaine. Australia would be fun. Okay, now we're adding Australia to the list. I feel like you guys might have convinced me to not do South America and maybe do Australia. Maybe. My son went to Costa Rica for his graduation trip and said it's beautiful, but he said the stray dogs in Costa Rica would break my heart. Oh no! Yeah, I've seen stray dogs in lots of countries. There was a lot in Greece too. Not bad on flights, west coast to Hawaii and there. Okay. New Zealand is amazing. I traveled the whole country for 2 weeks alone. The flight really isn't that bad. 14 to 15 direct from LA. Okay, I could do that. I could definitely do 14-hour flight. That's what I had to do for Japan. One of my Pilates instructors said that she and her friends did not feel very safe in Chile and Argentina. See, originally I wanted to go to Argentina. I don't even know why I selected Argentina. I just like had this like idea that I really wanted to go to Argentina. And people told me the same thing. Like, don't go to Argentina. It's not safe. And then my other friend said, oh, you should go to Peru because then you could do like all the Peru things. And there's a lot of stuff to do there. And you love hiking and like blah, blah, blah. And then I asked a guy friend who went alone, and he's like, it was safe for me to travel alone, but I don't know if I would if I was female. And then I'm like, I don't know, But I could also just look for like a tour group so then I'm not alone. But the thing is like, I don't mind the alone part. I just want to be in a country where like that's normal for people to travel alone. And it might not be in some of these countries that I haven't been to before. So like there's definitely countries now that I have been to that I know I would feel safe being alone. And there's countries like I wouldn't feel safe even in Italy alone, to be honest. I felt like guys like followed me around in Italy all the time. And even if they weren't going to do anything, like I just didn't feel comfortable. Anytime I was walking anywhere, and I was in Italy with other people. So, okay, the fact that okay, hold on. The fact that you will try makes you a good visitor. I will always try. That's true. Not South America, but Costa Rica is nice. Yeah, people have been telling me to do Costa Rica. Everybody's been telling me to do Costa Rica, which I haven't been to either. Why doesn't your family celebrate Christmas? So my mom just doesn't celebrate Christmas. She's a Jehovah's Witness. So she's never celebrated it my whole life. My first Christmas, I was 18. And they got me like a little ornament that said baby's first Christmas. And then my dad is dead. So like my dad did celebrate Christmas, my biological dad, but he passed away in 2015. So I can't celebrate with him. And then, like I said, my grandpa, like, doesn't really remember me. And then he also isn't always here. So he actually doesn't live that far from me right now, like maybe 30 minutes. But most of the time, he doesn't live here. He lives in Mexico with his wife's family. Not his own family, with his wife's family. And his wife still lives here. It's kind of weird. Or my step-grandma. I actually feel like she's more my grandma than my actual grandma, though. But that's a whole other thing. So, yeah, I just don't really, like, I've always celebrated with the people I'm in a relationship with, like, when I have a boyfriend or whatever, like, I just become part of their family for Christmas. Like, I've never had a Christmas with my own family, really. So, when I'm single or, like, when I'm alone, I'm, like, really alone on the holidays. My daughter studies abroad in Australia for 6 months. She stayed a little longer to travel around. I never worried about her safety there. Okay. I want to do a Galapagos cruise. Oh, that would be cool too, because there's all those like animals. I lived in France for 3 years when I was younger. I learned it through immersion, so sometimes French words come to me first before English ones. I actually dream in French and Spanish sometimes. Like my brain dreams in foreign languages sometimes. You sociable? Surprised? Not. Actually, so what's crazy is YouTube. If you would have seen go watch some of my original videos. Like now, I'm a completely different person because of you guys. Like, I think if anybody ever wanted to break out of their shell and become, like, I'm definitely an introvert, but I'm a social introvert. Like, I love being social, but I also need, like, alone time and space and all of that. So, it's an interesting balance, but I've learned to be more kind of like open since being on YouTube. I definitely think it makes a big difference I feel like I'm even better in other social settings now since I've started doing YouTube. When I spent a semester in London, my mom and I had an agreement that I would tell her where I was traveling until the trip was done because my mom was similar. You wouldn't tell her, yeah. Same. My daughter went to Costa Rica and loved it. I used to be fluent, but after years of not practicing it, not as fluent, but I went back. But if I went back, I think if I practiced any of the languages, I could become fluent. But I don't have anyone to practice with. Still have friends there. Solo cruise would probably be safest and so much fun. I think Australia would be great. Australian beaches are great and the people are flipping amazing. What about a cruise to Australia? I only have X amount of days, right? So I could use some vacation and go a little earlier or a little later, but I get like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I get 12 days total. So it depends how long the cruise would be. These are all great ideas. Thank you. Central South America, you need a male escort or you are an easy target. Same balance. It can be fun to balance. Got it. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me. What is this? It says vegan. Did I pull it out already? Keys. Make you the only beauty standard. I don't remember. Oh, we put it down. I think I put this on my hand while I was talking and I didn't even realize that I took it out. It's an illuminating serum. I don't see any illumination where I put it though. And I don't really like the smell. It's very floral. I give myself permission to glow. Freaking love that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Manifesting that. Dew of the Gods Vitamin Cocktail. Collagen Whip Vitamin Mask. That sounds good. It has kaolin and bentonite. Clay, aloe extract. I like that. Hyaluronic acid, so it's moisturizing on top. L-ascorbic acid, vitamin C, collagen, shea butter. Love shea butter. This is a lot of things that I like. I'm definitely excited for this. Fiji Fuji, Dew of the Gods. I'm excited for that. I would open it, but we're already like, it's already 7:30, so I think we have to end this pretty soon, so let's just speed open some more of these boxes. That was very helpful though. Like all the ideas, that was very helpful. I might end up in Australia. We'll see. I've never been, and it's on the top of the list. Bali's next on my list, but I'm planning a trip in May of next year to Bali with a bunch of my friends, so Violet Voss Sun-Kissed Summer. So it doesn't make sense for me to go there twice. Bali and Norway were next on my list. This is pretty. No, Iceland. Iceland's next on my list. Do you scuba dive? I do not. I do not scuba dive. Is that a requirement? We're going to save this too, because I think that it's pretty, but it's not, I'm never going to use it. Like, let's just be honest. I already have all these shades. So if somebody who will use it can win it, that's better. Then we have Volition. I did like this brand from something else I got. Turmeric Brightening Polish. It's like a face and body scrub. Oh, shoot. I need to go get my laptop charger. I forgot to do that, and we're at 18%. You guys are going to have to entertain yourselves for 5 minutes. Because I was going to try to go to 8, but, like, I don't know if I should. I could just end it now, too. Doesn't smell like anything. Iceland and Norway are both great. They're both on the list, but I've been saying that Iceland is next. Then we have Dr. Brandt. Okay, I'm gonna also save this because I don't use Dr. Brandt, and it's also not cruelty free. Sorry for anybody who like, because I'm gonna obviously give it away. But Beauty Vault. Let's see if this is a good liner. I found a liner that I love. That I believe it wasn't Anastasia Beverly Hills. Do you guys remember? It was a liner that came in BoxyCharm, and then I ended up buying a bunch of them. Huda Beauty. That liner, I'm obsessed with that liner. That's the only good thing I think about these types of boxes. Like, there's definitely a lot of overload, obviously. I haven't even opened these boxes. Like, there's a lot of overload in products. Like, I don't need this much. This is a Daily Blue Light Defense Mist. I don't need this much mists, or I don't need this many serums. Like, I don't even use a serum in 30 days and then I get another one. Like, that doesn't make that much sense. Come on. I'm scared. But, ooh. This is vegan and cruelty free, but it smells like very fragrancy. But I need to make my throat more wet so I can talk. I already forgot what I was saying. Oh, I don't like the task of finding a new product is hard. Like, because there's so many to choose from. So when you get them in these boxes, then like you're not really, we already know it's hard for me to make decisions, but it like kind of makes the decision for me because I have an eyeliner now that I can try that I wasn't going to try before. It does seem smudge proof, which I like. And I didn't have to look at 40 liners to make that decision. I get overwhelmed the more choices I have. So if it's like 2 choices, easy decision. Like, do you want pizza or sushi tonight? Sushi. But if you are like, what do you want for dinner? That triggers my anxiety because you've literally just given me unlimited choices. Like, I could choose anything, right? I could choose tacos, I could choose pizza, I could choose spaghetti, I could choose like anything. And then all of a sudden, this task of making a decision is too big for me to do, and then I get anxiety, and I've actually had panic attacks before from having to make a decision with too many options, or if a menu has too many things on the menu, like I can't do it. So, yeah, it's just like one of my personal triggers to anxiety is making decisions. And I know it's others too, because when I talk about it to other people that I've met with anxiety, they like have similar experiences where like certain decision making makes them anxious. Cream blush, huh? We'll try this over here. This is kind of similar to the other color that I put on. They like next to each other, they kind of look the same. But that's why I use you guys on Instagram all the time. Like, help me decide. I literally do it to save myself freaking out. Okay, now we're down to 15%. We're fading fast. I do want to finish at least going through this, so I'm gonna go till 8. So I'm gonna go grab my charger. You guys are gonna be alone for like 1 second. Chat with each other or give me more ideas for places to visit. Or if you live in a foreign country and you want me to visit your country and like we could meet somewhere and get coffee, and that would be cool too, because then I would at least have someone that like knows who I am there, you know, in case like something bad happens to me. So yeah, I'll still solo travel, but it'd be if like there's someone in here that's like, oh, I live in this country and I think that you would be safe, or like you would call me and if you need me to call 911 or like translate something for you, then like that's also, I'm down with for that too. So let me go grab that and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Our plug is somewhere back there. What else do we have on there? Charging. Let's see, what have I missed? Okay. Iceland was great in the 70s. Don't know about now. Just curious because the Great Coral Reef is in Australia. Happy Friday, Donna! Have you watched the Zac Efron documentary on Iceland on Netflix? No. After watching is learning about their sustainability efforts. I'm dying to go there. Ooh. So the reason I wanted to go there is there's this new, they have a resort where you're like in the trees. And that just sounds like a dream to me. Can you repeat the name of the eyeliner you loved? I don't remember the name, but it was Huda Beauty. And it's like shaped, it has like a weird shape. And they sell it at Sephora. They don't sell it at Ulta. I've been to Ulta, they don't have Huda Beauty there. Sorry, I'm terrible at typing on my phone. Why don't you want to spend Christmas with your family. My family doesn't celebrate Christmas. The family I have left doesn't celebrate Christmas. My dad has died, so he was like kind of the only person in my family that really celebrated. My mom and my stepdad don't really celebrate holidays. I could probably potentially go see my brother, but he doesn't really celebrate either. Like, he isn't religious, so it's not a religious reason why he doesn't celebrate. I think just because we grew up not celebrating it, then he doesn't. I don't know. I have the same issue with too many choices. I lost my taste 2 years ago. Your taste? Like the sense of taste? The Galapagos Islands. I will go. Donna, I will go. It does make being vegan easier. Ah, gotcha. Come to Florida. I go to Florida a lot. I think I'm going to Florida in November to go to Disney again. So I will be in Florida just in a few months. What else do we have? I own a hotel in the Galapagos Islands and provide all the services to arrange tours. You're making it... I might message you. Is it warm during December, though? During Christmas, is it warm? I have a friend who went to Iceland and loved it by herself. I feel like Iceland would be really safe by yourself. My heaven panty just came in the mail today. Yay! I have 3 I still have to do. So they were going to send me 6 months, and I think they canceled it because I wasn't posting often enough for them. I don't know. Because I've received 4, and then I was supposed to receive another one, and I haven't received it. So I think they just stopped it, which is fine. I'll do the 4 that they sent me, though. I don't blame them. I only posted 1, and I was supposed to post every month. But I told them, too, like, if they don't sponsor the video, I don't give them a set date. Like, I will post them all. If I agree to post it in exchange for the product, I will eventually post it, but I can't promise you that you're going to get it, like, in the time frame that you want it, which doesn't really matter because their stuff, like, what they send isn't time sensitive, you know, because they send a different pair to everyone. So it doesn't make sense why I would have to post it, like, exactly every month. But I don't know if they stopped it or not, but I feel like it's been a while since I received the last one. Family and friends in Australia. I cannot go. Allergic to eucalyptus. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I'm allergic to some things that make me do that. Like, so I'm allergic to shrimp. I stop breathing. Everything else is kind of a mild allergy. I'm also allergic to latex. That one's only bad with like prolonged exposure. So if I put latex gloves on and like breathe it in a little, it's not going to be anything crazy. But one time I took a Pilates class and we used these bands, and the bands were made of latex, and I didn't know. And by the end of that, I had a lot of difficulty breathing. So I have to be like really careful with that. Like, I've worked in places though where I put gloves on really quick just to like, because I've worked in food service before and they didn't have non-latex gloves at the time, just to like do something with whatever food prep I was doing, and then I took them off and I was fine. Like, my hands sometimes felt like itchy after and like had mild reactions, but never like not breathing. That only happened in that Pilates class, and then I was like it stayed for a while after. So then I had to start telling all the instructors that I couldn't use those bands anymore. But those are the 2 things I think that I'm like most allergic to, and then I have a pretty bad allergy to bees, where like wherever, or maybe it's hornets, I don't know, some bee thing, but because I've been stung by both, and I only have an allergic reaction to one, but I don't even know which one stung me when. So I got stung during my MBA when I graduated with my master's, underneath my chin, no reaction. And I got stung in Las Vegas, no reaction. But then twice I've been stung. I don't know why I'm getting stung by them so much. They just like me. Twice I've been stung where like the body part they stung. So if it was my throat, it would swell up my throat. But like the body part was my arm, like completely swollen. Like a, I don't know, small animal grew on that part of my body. Family and friends in Australia. Okay. What about Singapore? I don't know. I never even thought about Singapore, but I feel like that's a really long flight from here. More Patrick Ta. This is Volume Mascara. I'm not going to open this one, but I will use it because I like finding new mascaras. Sandbar Shadow Primer. Okay. I don't really use shadow primers, to be honest. I don't feel like they do that much for me. For longevity, I just don't feel like they do. If I put concealer, it's already covering like any darkness or veins in my eyes anyway, so I don't really need it for that either if I just am using my concealer or foundation. And I just feel like primers, because I have a big eyelid and because my eyelids like are a little maybe oily, I don't feel like primers have ever really done anything too much for me. And I've tried a bunch of different ones, so I just don't. The documentary is called Down to Earth. The first episode is Iceland. Watch it and you'll love it. Okay. Yes, the Galapagos is normally warm in December, but not hot yet. That sounds good to me, though. I could do that. Benadryl Queen. You're so funny, Elizabeth. I'm allergic to a lot of things, though. Like, I'm allergic to certain gravies, which I'm like, what could possibly be in that gravy? I'm allergic to pineapple, but I still eat it. It's like one of my favorite fruits. I just deal with having like a small reaction. I'm allergic to pig's hair, which is weird. So like if I pet a live pig, I have an allergic reaction. Jumping spiders, and I like thought when I had my shrimp allergy that it was a jumping spider had bitten me, but it wasn't. It was shrimp. Because I wasn't allergic to shrimp before that. What else? Honestly, like there's a lot of things. Vaccines. Oh, egg yolk. I'm allergic to egg yolk, and I'm allergic to vaccines cultured in egg yolk. So not every vaccine, but certain ones. Like I can't get the MMR one. It's not working. Ren Brightening Dark Circle Eye Treatment. No scent. It's nice. Cambodia is an incredible place to visit. So my friend lived in Cambodia. He like traveled all Southeast Asia, and then he opened a bar in Cambodia, I think. He opened a bar somewhere. I'm pretty sure it was Cambodia. And lived there for like a really long time, and then moved to a different part of Cambodia and taught English. And then he has said he wants to go back in like October or November. And I'm like, I'm down. Tell me when you go and I'll go. So I might be already going there and taking time off when I shouldn't be, but I don't care. Honestly, like the only reason I work is to earn money for vacation. So if my boss were to like tell me I can't take vacation, I would honestly quit my job. Because there's so many jobs and I like my job, but I could make more money with the degree that I have than I'm making right now. The reason I like this job is because I get so much time off. Like, that's why I do it, is for the amount of vacation I earn. I earn an unreal amount of vacation just because I work for the state and, like, how many years I've invested, how much service credit I have. And so I'm like, that's the only benefit of this job over another job where I could work crazy hours and make triple the money. Like, I'm already working. I work late for him all the time. So, oh my gosh, that smells so good. This is another Seraphine Botanicals. This is a vegan cruelty-free brand. That smells like strawberries. It smells so good. Oh, it says guava glaze. I don't know. It smells like strawberries to me. So, so good. But so like the reason I choose this job over another job is because of the amount of vacation hours I get. So if I was ever denied vacation, like I would just switch to a different job. I've been headhunted for other jobs that I've turned down. I've had jobs that offer me like 20 to 30K more in salary than I currently make, and I've turned them down because they don't have as good of benefits or vacation. So I'm like, the only reason I keep this job is for vacation. And he knows that, so I have a feeling he would never deny my vacation requests. All brown, so we're going to probably save this one too, because if I don't give it to you guys, I can give it to a friend that, like, I don't use this much brown. But that is Larouche Pro Palette Artist Edition. I just like color. Like, I like having some bright colors. So for me to have just all brown, no. If it had like a couple colorful colors and then brown, or purple and brown, I would do it. Okay, what else do we have? Beauty question. Where can I find cake mascara? What do you consider cake mascara? I'm going to do the smaller ones first. I've only set like 5 things aside for you guys. I'm not doing that great in like building this giveaway, am I? I'm getting too excited about stuff and I keep putting it on my lips and I'm like, now I've put 3 glosses on my lips. I could have saved one of those for you guys. Singapore is great and insanely clean. I felt safe there and was only with one other person, went there for work. Also beautiful. I would go to Singapore, but that's a long flight. I need an explanation of what cake mascara means. The type of mascaras I use have serums, so I don't know if this one does, that I said I want to try it, but I like mascara that also makes my lashes softer or makes them grow. We have a clay cleanser, another cleanser. Maybe I'll save this because I don't need this many cleansers. From seed to skin, rinse face with warm water, apply cleanser with palms. Okay, we'll save this. This is Leaping Bunny certified too, so that one is in the cruelty-free can. Dubai is also a great place to visit and very safe, but crazy long flight. Yeah, I don't think that I can do that because I only have a limited amount of time. Lucky Chick, enriched with smoothing cucumber extract, liquid eyeshadow. That sounds cool. Rose quartz. My niece is going to school in Switzerland and traveling is actually a requirement. I love that. I definitely was like growing up and the only thing this is like the dumbest thing. So my family was like really poor, like so poor that we didn't have vacation. And if we did have vacation, it was like driving to my grandpa's house or like going to Magic Mountain for the day and then like driving home the same day. Like we didn't stay in hotels. We never stayed the night, like unless we stayed like on my grandpa's floor somewhere down here in LA because I didn't grow up in LA. And like that was my family vacations. So when friends would come back to school from like their family vacations and be like, oh, I went to New York or I went to Hawaii or like we went to Mexico or like whatever. It wasn't even like that cool of places, but it was something that I always knew was not possible for my family. And I never felt like this isn't fair or anything, but I remember like that was part of my drive, was that I really thought like, I want one day to be able to do this. Like I even remember how I told you that I had my friends' parents would like invite me to their holiday stuff, and then I became like their daughter, like their pseudo daughter. So recently when I was like posting things about traveling, she said, since you were, because she knew me since I was like 12 or 13 years old. She was like, since you were like 12 years old, all you ever talked about was making enough money to travel. Like I literally thought that money equaled travel. And so everything I've done, like even going to college, I think like anything that ever like really drove me was just the thought that I was going to get to travel with the money. So I've known that I've had this like desire to see the world and like travel and everything from a really young age, and made it like a super goal for myself to like make enough to do it. And now it's crazy because I can, that it doesn't even like, I can't even imagine what 12-year-old me would think if like she met me. I have no idea what she would think. Like, I don't think that I ever thought that I would even get to a place where I could be like, where should I go to Christmas, guys? Like Australia or South America? Like my mom like couldn't even feed us. Like it's just so bizarre. Like so bizarre to me, but in a good way, you know? Like looking back, I feel like sometimes makes, if you look from the back perspective forward instead of from the forward perspective more forward or looking back, it looks bigger. Like it looks bigger to 12-year-old me than it does to like whatever age I am now, because I don't like to share my year-old me looking at it and being like, yeah, okay. So it's kind of cool to like think about it in that perspective. I don't know if that happens to anyone else, but I talk about that all the time. Like 18-year-old me, 12-year-old me, like would be so proud, like would be so shocked, I think. Let's see if this is the right color for me. It's Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. We gotta use my beauty blender. But yeah, I think that if I had to sacrifice like everything else, like not have a great car and not have a great house or like live in like less to be able to afford to travel, I would give up all the things. Like I don't care about this house as much as I care about like my next trip. I like my house and I'm glad that I can have both, but if I had to choose, I wouldn't choose a house. I would live in like a studio apartment, pay the like minimum rent if it meant that I could like travel the same that I'm traveling right now. So if I ever have to give anything up, it's gonna be this office and like house that I'm in right now. It actually does kind of look like my shade. At least on my hand it does. What else am I missing? The palette. You like the palette? Pretty palette. Okay, everyone likes it. Good. There's a chance to win it. Pan of dry pressed. Use brush to control thickness. I have never used that, Elizabeth. I'm assuming that's the mascara thing coming back up. Christoph Robin Instant Volumizing Leave-In Mist with Rose Water. Let's see how rosy this smells. Ooh, it smells very rosy. That's not a bad rose, though. It's not like super artificial. That's so hard. I feel your danger. I can't eat strawberries, kiwi, or latex. Latex is honestly like one of the scariest ones because I don't even know what has latex in it. So like there's certain things like, you know, like I'm careful with gloves. But like I said, the bands I was using in Pilates class, I had no idea that they were latex. Like there's no way for me to know unless somebody with whatever tool that we're using is like, hey, this is latex, by the way, you know? So that one's kind of scary for me because like shrimp is pretty obvious. Like every time I eat, I can ask. I even ask when I'm sure there's no shrimp in it. Like I've read all the ingredients. I'm like, there's no shrimp in anything, right? Because I'm allergic to shrimp. But it's just like, that's easy because it's something that I'm putting in my mouth, I understand. But like if my jacket had latex on it or something, like there's like a piece inside or something, like I wouldn't even know, you know? Are you going to post any more of the lipstick art on your lips? I think that was you, right? I did used to do those a while back. I could do it again. Like, it is fun. But it's so hard. I don't have enough time in the day for all the things that I love doing. Be proud. Thank you so much. Making your dreams come true. Best feeling ever. What about your fur babies? So, yeah, the fur babies have a lot of aunties that love watching them. One of my good friends, Kat, watches them all the time. So they always have someone. I've never left them in like, they literally don't even leave my house. Like whoever watches them stays at my house when they watch them too. So it's pretty rare. Here's a lengthening mascara. Look how little tiny this brush is. It's pretty rare for them even to stay the night at someone else's house. Like that has happened before where they stay the night at a place somewhere else. But most of the time they stay here when they're being watched. Even if my friend Kat's watching them, or like there's a lady from my church that's watched them before. So they don't even notice because they have their same routine. They just know their mom's not here. But like besides that, the routine kind of stays the same. But leaving for long periods of time, I'm sad and I miss them. Like I do miss them a lot. But that's hard because I see them Monday through Friday a lot of times and then I leave on the weekend. But I feel like I'm used to leaving, you know? And so then I get both things that I love. I get to have my puppies, but I also get to have traveling. That was kind of a cool packaging. This is from Item Air Hug Concealer. I'm running out of places because we have so many boxes to try these things. Oh, this looks really yellow. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Welp, I'll have to find a warm tone, friend. That's so yellow and so light. I think I've answered everything. We're almost done. It's 8:02, but like literally there's one more box. I just don't want to have to do these boxes again, so I'm just gonna do it. Dominique Blur and Moisturize Serum Primer. Do inside. I can't believe there's still 30 of you. This is saying there's 30 people watching. Because East Coast it's 11. I don't usually go this late. Usually we end it at 7:30. No scent. Feels smooth. Like it's definitely working already. I should have read that box though, because I don't like using Complex Culture in the Moment Big. I think I have this already. So we'll set this aside too. It's a highlighter and bronzer quad. I'm like that looks very familiar. Oh, I definitely have this. This was the box that I unboxed because I have this too, Lemon Lime Lip Oil Duo. So I get 2 boxes. I unboxed one and filmed it, but I didn't have the other one yet. And so this must be the other one from that month. So we'll save that too because I already have that. Beauty sponge. I don't have this. Yensa Beauty. No more comments. Oh, now there's 27. I lost 3 people by making that comment, being like, isn't it 11? It's kind of crazy to me also how many total views these videos get, like live videos get, because they're so long. Like 2 hours usually. Ooh, this feels nice. Like that. And then one more box. Yay! And then I feel like sometimes they get more views than my videos that are like 18 minutes. Like, I don't like watching videos that are live videos because they're so long and the person's not even talking to you. Your lives are so much fun. This is my first live of yours. Oh, thank you. I don't feel like they are. Well, they're fun for me at least. But I feel like they're so long. We do chat a lot. Ooh, Tatcha. Okay, last one though. We're almost done. So this is Natasha Denona. Ooh, Cupid Cheek Duo. I have no idea how old this is, but if it says Cupid, maybe it's February? Autumn, she's great fun. Thank you, Elizabeth. I love Natasha Denona. This is a cruelty-free brand. We're running out of space everywhere. Everywhere. I will show, because we waited 2 hours, I'll show you something coming to a future box. I don't know what box it's going to be yet, just so you know. It could be the next one, but I just don't know. Next is Herbivore Lucachil. So this is like a retinol, but it's like a natural retinol. If you are afraid of using retinol because you've heard of some of the things about retinol, which I do agree with, but also I just love retinol, then that is a great alternative. 3 more items. Indota Organics Hydrating Lip Balm. Peppermint oil, calendula. Calendula is a vegan wax, so we like that. Vitamin E. What else do we have in here? It still has beeswax, so I'm going to set this aside. Either for you guys or my sister, someone who doesn't care about using beeswax. My Beauty brand By Me Black Liquid Eyeliner. Let's try this one too. I'm addicted just like everything else she posts. You're so funny. You are living your best life. You know, I did a really poor job of doing that before for many, many years, and I kind of just lived the life that I thought that I was supposed to live. I thought, like, you're supposed to do this, and then you're supposed to do that. And this is just the way things are. And I just had hated my life. I really hated my life for a long time. Before I met you guys, before I started YouTube, this was like right after graduating college. Like I just really was unhappy because I was doing what everyone else wanted me to do instead of what I wanted to do. But the kind of benefit of doing that and like breaking free from it is that like I have a completely different perspective. I also took care of someone who was dying, like they had cancer and they were dying. That changed my perspective a lot, where I was like, I should do what I want to do because I could be dying. Like we're all kind of dying, you know what I mean? Like kind of morbid, but we all are dying eventually. And it's almost like a blessing that I was so young when I kind of figured that out, and now I just don't, like, I don't care. If I want to do something, I do it. If I can, I'm not going to get in debt to travel, but like, if I can afford to do something, and like, I don't want to have kids, and a lot of times I felt pressure to have kids because I thought that's what I'm supposed to do, is like get married and have kids and like have this white picket fence life that I never wanted. Like I literally never wanted that, and I knew I never wanted that. And now I'm just like, I could just travel the world and not have children ever and like spend my money on that instead of kids. Like it's bizarre to me that I didn't think that before because I thought there was like only one way to live, you know? This is a nice smell too. Mitchell and Peach. English leaf body oil. I don't know what English leaf is, but I like it. So the me that you guys know is not the me that I was before. I was a people pleaser, and I was a do what you're told, and like, I don't know, sacrifice for everyone, not yourself, which I still do. If I love someone, like, I would die for them. Like, I make a joke with one of my friends that people don't ask for my right arm, but they can have it. That's kind of how I am. Like, whether it's a friend or someone I'm dating or whatever, like, anybody I've been in a relationship with, my brother, my sister, like, if I would give them my right arm without even them asking for my right arm. And that is kind of how I am. But I've learned to balance that with giving myself my right arm, if that makes any sense. And I didn't used to balance it very well, and I lived a life that I was really, really unhappy for a long time. Like, probably like 5 solid years of my life where I just was just going through the motions of life. And I know that sounds stupid because I'm not like that old to like have whatever this like, but I really was just horrible at caring about myself. I didn't care at all about what I wanted. I cared about what anybody else wanted and what I was supposed to do. And now that I'm not like that, I kind of have gone to the opposite extreme where I do care about what other people want, but I've also just learned to care about myself so much and make sure that I'm truly living the life that I want to live, because I only get one life. And so you only get one life, but if you do it right, you only need one. That's it. That's all the boxes. But let me grab that spoiler really quick. What else do we have? But Patricia, that is why I'm living my best life. You have caught me in the shift that happened a few years ago where I decided that I was going to invest in living my best life. And if you would have met me 3 years ago, that was not where I was. I was not in that place. You would have met a very different person. So YouTube actually gets one of the better versions of me, one of the more evolved versions of me. Even though it's 11 p.m. my time, but I'm a late night person. You're so funny. Los Angeles, hi! I'm 43. I've never wanted kids. I also don't have kids. No shame in that. Yeah, I feel like it was hard because my mom wants grandkids so bad and none of her kids want kids. I think my brother has a vasectomy, or is getting a vasectomy, which maybe I shouldn't even say. Like, I don't know if he cares he probably doesn't care. But, because he wants to adopt kids, so he's not going to have his own. And my mom wants like a blood grandchild so bad, and my sister and I are just like not into this idea really. So I just feel so bad for my mom, and I felt pressure to make my mom happy. Like, I really felt like I really should just do it to make my mom happy. But I've never, even for one day of my life, been like, oh man, it would be nice to have a kid. Like, it's just not me. So I'm glad now that I'm just like true to myself, you know? No one is promised tomorrow, so do what you want and make a difference. Love the force. I love that. I've always wanted kids, but now can't have them because of my preventative surgeries I did after having breast cancer. But I get those who don't want kids. See, that's the other thing too, is I thought also that maybe I was supposed to want kids because it's like natural to want them. I'm sorry to hear that about like you being in the opposite situation, you know, and now you don't really get the choice. That's the thing too, is I think that like when life takes something away from you, like you didn't make that choice yourself, but life takes a choice away from you, whatever that is, whether that's a person, a family member, a spouse, or whatever, like those are some of the hardest like life lessons to live with, because there's nothing you can do, right? And there's illnesses and sicknesses too that like that is the hardest to change your perspective about, because it's like just giving up control, you know, and going with the new flow. And I think that's like, I feel for you because that is one of the hardest things to do. I thought you were like 30. Great genes. You have found the secret. The balance is hard to reach. Thank you. Nana peels have latex, but not the banana itself. Interesting. Interesting. I had no idea. Same, no kids for me. Sorry, Dad. I know. I feel bad because my mom is like the craziest about it too. She posts on Facebook all the time, like, I have no grandchildren yet. And I'm like, you're not getting any. It's so sad. But like, she's so sad about it. But you know, she should have had more of us. Increase her chances of one of us having children, I guess. I don't know. Let me pull this up really quick. Okay, so much chatting. I'm so sorry. I chat a lot. Okay. There's so many boxes here too. Crawling over is not easy. So I did mention this because we had the green journals, right? We had these from LSW that I wanted to bring in some more paper products and like types of things like that. So I got some feedback from you guys that I talked about how they had some wellness ones, and I got some feedback that you guys would be interested in stuff like that. So these are hardback. It's from Habit Nest, and there's going to be 2 different ones. And if you haven't heard of Habit Nest, it's more like, it's like 5 minutes a day to build healthier habits, okay? So this is called the Sleep and Evening Routine Sidekick Journal. It's really cool. There's all kinds of cool stuff in here. So I'll read a couple of the questions. Let's just do page. Okay, first off, this is kind of a cool one. Page 58, perfectionism, tread lightly, the importance of not getting caught up with being perfect or the best. And so you read this little thing, and it's like a 5-minute thing. And then it has like a little activity after, but it's all very quick, right? So you're just doing like 1 page. And here's days 1 through 7, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, whatever it is. So it's not just about sleep, but it's something you do like 5 minutes a night. And this one is sleep and evening routine. And the other one is the gratitude Sidekick journal. So both of them are going to be available, and it'll be a you have to pick one or the other type thing. But you can go look up the Habit Nest. I'm so like excited to have these. They have put so much work into it, and like they're definitely psychology based. I've read through both of these. I also ordered another one that's going to go in the shop, but I'm not going to spoil that one yet. I ordered another one for later. So the gratitude one is obviously more about gratitude. And then the other one is more like reflection. So that's why it's called Sleep and Evening Sidekick. And so this one says, have the best evenings and sleep of your life, 5 minutes a day, accountability, daily progress. It says science-based. I've read a lot of it, and I do believe I guess I haven't told you this, but I have 2 undergrad degrees. I have a degree in human resources, which is what I work in business administration. And then I have another degree in psychology. I did a dual program, so I got both at the same time. And then my master's is in just business administration. So I am always interested in psychology. I'm interested in how we think and what we think and all of those types of things. And I love things like this. Like I love anything that helps with emotional and mental health, because we spend so much time on other things that we don't take care of that part of ourselves. So the fact that you could do this for 5 minutes a night or 5 minutes a day, if you're doing, this is 5 minutes a day. same difference, accountability, live every day with real gratitude. So the choice is yours. Both of them are going to be available when they are available. I don't know if it's going to be fall or winter. Like I said, if I find something that is like paper book type thing or calendar or something, and it's going to fit better in fall because I want you to have the calendar by January 1st. Like, I'm going to look for undated calendars, but if I end up finding a calendar thing, I might not want it in winter because that wouldn't ship till January. So these might become a winter thing. It just depends what else I end up finding for the rest of this year. So I'm still working on both winter and fall at the same time right now, so I just don't know which box these will go into, but you will see it soon. I just don't know when. Let's see. Wow, I'm missing so much. 10:30 p.m. or 10:13. Hi, I'm 44 and my husband and I have been married 21 years. We were blessed with one child and we're not able to have any more. 21 years of marriage. That's awesome. I would love to have that maybe one day. I don't know. I don't know if I'm like that great at commitment. I feel because I'm just like nomadic that I don't know. 21 years with one person seems like a long time in my head. I have found the things I can't control are easier to handle since I can't change them. Ooh, that is a different perspective I didn't think of. I want grandkids too, but both my girls work hard, love to travel, and don't want kids. I'm incredibly proud of them, so it's okay. Yeah, I think my mom she's definitely come to the conclusion that there's nothing she can do about it anyway. But she's definitely sad about it. I do feel like they are wasting their good genes, so you're so funny. I have faith I lean on. One blessing I see is I didn't pass the BRCA1 gene to a kid and kept them from possibly dealing with getting breast cancer. That is another positive. I love your guys' like reframing of things. That's so great. That sounds like a good winter box item. Thank you. I like this. Thank you. And then in the shop for the others. Yeah, so there will be others that I got from the same company, but I got fewer, and I just have them in there, just, different options. These two I thought were the best ones, so that's why they are the ones that are going into the box. I struggle with perfectionism and sleep. Oh, gratitude. Oh no, I want both. Hopefully they won't sell out, and then there'll be some extras in the shop, but we'll see. When will you start delivering to Puerto Rico? I know, I should be able to. I need to contact, I mostly ship through FedEx is the problem, is I don't really ship through USPS. So there might be a way that if I charge you a little bit more that I could do it, but the price, like USPS prices to ship a box as heavy as my box, because my boxes are heavy, there's not really like a good flat rate unless I'm using like priority shipping, and those boxes aren't like a good enough size for my box. So it makes it tough. But maybe if I did like a little extra charge the way I do for Canada, I could use USPS. But I have to look into it, and I'm just always so busy that I need to figure out a way, After they're in the box, hoping into the shop. I love psych too. I took a few psych courses and I was thinking of becoming an OT, and they were prereqs. Oh, I love that. I will pay more. I just want the box. Okay, no worries. We'll find a way. We'll figure it out. I just have to do a little bit of research so I make sure that I'm like calculating the right pricing for it. But yes, sorry, Kate. I know, and I don't know if it's always you, but I feel like people have regularly asked me about shipping to Puerto Rico, and they're like, it's a U.S. territory. I'm like, I know. And it's easy if I were to figure something out with the post office, but I rarely ship anything with the post office. Unless it's like pretty local to me, it's too expensive because my boxes are too heavy. Like I pick things like this is actually really heavy. It's a hardback book, like, which is such a step up from this. Like, honestly, like, I love this. I'm so glad that I have it, and it's really great to travel with, and I've been using it as a journal, and I love it. But then, like, once I got these, I was like, wow, I'm really, like, stepping it up, We're trying, at least. So, you got a first spoiler. You don't know what box it is in, but you got a first spoiler for one of either the fall or winter box. And you'll find out more whenever we get to it. But That's what you get for staying in my super long live. That is over 2 hours, and now it's like so late because I started it late too. But we should be saying goodbye. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I had so much fun. Jeannie says, my husband and I have been married 38 and a half years. Trust me, it was hard at times. I just feel like, because I also have like a lot of friends that are still single, and like it's just so easy to think like that I don't want to compromise my life, you know? I don't know. I've been there before, and I've already compromised a lot of my life for a partner, that it makes me like unwilling to ever compromise my life again because I gave up a lot of things. So yeah. Then I'm like, plus doing that for many, many years, that compromise for years, for decades, seems like a lot. I always joke that like marriage is a trap, which I know it's not. My parents have been my mom and stepdad have been happily married for a long time, but I always joke like, it's a trap, don't do it. Thank you, I've missed seeing these. Oh, I love how they have elastic heat. Yeah, they do. They have this little elastic piece to keep it closed, and they also have a bookmark here. So these are so cool, honestly. Like, once, I wish that I could show you like all the days, because they have different days in there too. Because once you start getting into them, you'll see like they did such a good job with them. Okay, it has a bookmark too. Yeah. Steph, thank you so much, Steph. I appreciate that. Hope everyone has a great evening. Same. These are awesome. Oh my god, especially the gratitude. Kiwi is in the latex family, so that is why you would avoid it. Oh, wow. It's like everything. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I will be hiking tomorrow. You can come follow me on my hiking on Instagram. If you want to see a beautiful beach hike, that's what we're going to do tomorrow with the cutest little puppy ever. My friend is bringing her puppy. I'm like 90% sure, so if you want to see that. But I will also be posting a video tomorrow, and then I'll be posting another video next week, so there are some more YouTube videos coming, and I have spoilers coming starting on Monday, FabFitFun spoilers, and I think that I am going to release the video early for channel members because they haven't had any perks for a while. So I think I'm going to just post it for channel members at least like, I don't know, half a day early or something, or give them like an extended version or something. I haven't decided yet, but I do think I'm going to do something special for them because a lot of my channel members have just been really loyal to me for a year for like no reason, paying 99 cents a month for no reason, other than having that little crown next to their name, as you see next to Laura's name in the chat right there. Earlier, there was someone else that had it too. I don't remember who. But yeah, I appreciate them staying and supporting and not getting any of the member perks that they were promised for the past year, but I do want to do something for them, and I do want to do a giveaway for them, and I am trying to be on YouTube more, so you'll see me more. Not next weekend, but the following weekend we'll probably do another live. That's it. I will contact the person. If you are the person who was the first winner in the last live 2 months ago, I will contact you again. Make sure you have 1 week to pick your items. All right, guys, I'm going to say bye for real now. Good night. I hope everyone has a lovely weekend. And then we will awkward wave as we end the stream because of the lag. So I'm going to click end, but we're just going to wave and say goodbye. Love you guys.